Yeah, it is. It's a magic number. 3. It's a magic number. Yeah, it is. It's a magic number.
Sorry, I wasn't there to hold the chair.
I got it.
I was really taken with the picture of me and my 2 sons. That literally you both look like children.
Aww.
I mean,
You're so proud, Robbie.
That was last year. Look at how young you guys look. I mean, Matthew.
Yeah.
Hey, I still look kind of young.
You still do.
Yeah, I don't.
Rich?
No.
Yeah, that's. I didn't know they were gonna use your yearbook photo, but it's awesome. Either way, and Robbie, like,
Just
I
as
don't
old as
want to
ever.
be against that defense attorney right there. Because, like, ladies and gentlemen, if for a moment you could imagine.
I feel like you look like my literature professor in college.
Yeah, exactly. At the
Like,
corporation.
bye, man.
Bye, guys.
Subtle exit.
Very subtle.
Barely noticed you're leaving. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hi, Nashcon. How are we? And Rich, that's Rob. You know that. We've been here for the last 72 hours. But Matthew Cohen is in the house. Matthew Cohen.
But it's really no surprise because, man, but raise your hand if you're at karaoke last night. Alright, so you know I'm here and I've been wearing furry costumes, so it's not that big a surprise. It's not that big. But
I like that you've done a different costume every karaoke this season.
thanks for appreciating it. You're the only one. You know, Rich here is like, how many times are you gonna switch it up, buddy? We
Dude,
can't even do a poster.
He just ran the numbers. He ran
I
the
got
numbers.
a text last night from Emily Swallow, you know, The Darkness. And she looked at some pictures from karaoke this morning and she said, "Dear sweet Jesus, even Matt's costume has a 6-pack." It was,
If you're gonna be a lion, you gotta do sit-ups.
Be a
to
real lion?
Yeah, everybody knows that. Be a Channing Tatum style lion.
Oh, he was a Channing Tatum lion.
I didn't realize that.
It literally said that on the box.
Wow.
No, it did not.
Magic Mike style lion.
Get out of town.
I will, but I like it Nashville a ton, so we'll see.
I see. Technically you are out of town. You don't live here, so you're here.
I'm already out of
You're
town.
already out of town. Well, boys,
Should
should we do the thing where we do the questions and the answer
Sure, let's do
bit?
the question and answer thing.
It's called Q&A. Let's do some Q's.
What side? Are we doing left or right? What are we feeling?
I don't even know. I can't see anything, so.
Me either, so you go.
All right, you over here.
Oh, you're there.
I just wanted to say that I love you guys and your acting's amazing, and you just make me really happy. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I
Listen here for your question. Go ahead.
how is it like being on tour with each other? Do you get annoyed with each other, or do you have way too much fun to get annoyed with each other?
Didn't hurt a word she said.
How it was like being on tour together? Do you get annoyed with each other? Do you get along? Basically, that was it, right?
Yeah, everybody, it's fine. Don't have to yell.
No, I just, she asked. What?
I get it. Okay, you know what?
You always do this.
You know what? Just
Ask the question.
What do you? I asked you. Just answer the question for fuck's sake. I told you. Don't do that. It's always about me getting pissed off.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus! Look at on the roids. Listen, calm down. You. When I ask you to repeat the question, just use manners, use decorum. You don't yell at me, all right?
Okay,
jerk.
sensitive Sally.
That's you're a feminist. That is rude. That doesn't make any sense. But you know what I mean. That's mean. No, actually, we get along great. We have a great time on the road.
Great road trip.
Never any problems.
I don't recall ever having these. You're looking at my best friend.
Not a bit.
They're my best friends. Don't make it weird.
You got it wrong. Rich. You got it wrong.
Don't touch me.
Oh, Rich.
Unhand me and you stop
it,
it.
man. Touch
You
it.
grow up. Stop. No. Matt.
He loves it, man. He loves to be touched.
Matt's going downtown.
Wow. As the best friendly as we are, I never knew your ass felt like that, but I'm impressed. Jesus.
You're welcome.
Rich is, I don't have time to work out. He's sitting doing jump lunges in the creator. He's like, yeah, my ass. Woo! Bunch of steel.
I have every other muscle's atrophying but my butt.
Hey,
That's rock hard.
if you gotta have one.
Thank you for your question. I don't know if you're still standing there.
See,
All right.
anybody's looking at us.
Person in the darkness.
Hi, question is to avenge Matt and his moose knuckle.
That's right.
Rich, are you aware that before the incident at Nashcon, that you actually had moose knuckle first?
I know one thing and one thing only. You have a crotch fetish.
Man's got a
Because I look at Twitter an awful lot, and I talk to a lot of people, and nobody's mentioned it, but you spotted that detail. You, young
Are
lady.
you talking about his camp outfit?
You love the bulge.
I have photographic proof if I could approach the bench. I will show it to you.
She wants to approach the bench with proof. Yeah, I'll allow it.
I'll take that.
Oh, approach the bench, got it.
Yeah, I got this, guys.
Let's see this. Good golly, Miss Molly, that is
You know what?
severe camel toe.
Hey guys, we're
In
looking at...
fairness, I was smuggling yo-yos across state lines.
Oh, I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I kind of like to get a piece of me. You know what I mean? Like, well, if I had both, I'd never leave the house.
Which piece? It looks like you got 2 rib roasts in your
I'm just saying.
And just for those of you that are watching from home, this is a picture of Rich in blue jeans, just leaning against the lectern over here,
And I got a moose knuckle cooking.
just moose knuckle, middle of the afternoon on a Saturday.
You know, this Moose Knuckle Day, Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Done. We appreciate your attention to detail in the below the belt region. You do good work.
Most importantly, my moose knuckle is forever grateful.
I gotta get up in this moose knuckle train.
You know, by the way, I don't know why we're calling it by its nickname. Let's call it by its Christian name, the Jared Knuckle.
The Jared knuckle. Or as we like to call it, eye level.
You don't want to do the boxing the penis bit again, are you? Then we'll go for great in the Bible Belt. Although it is a good bet, but we'll see. All right, go ahead.
Hi, I just wanted to say I'm really sorry because my voice is really messed up from karaoke.
No problem. It means you did it right.
I don't know if you can tell, but I really like Loud and Suede. I have the hat, I have the kazoo.
Oh, awesome. We can't see or hear anything, but we hear you right now. You're a Loud and Sweet fan,
And right now you're in a R2M group hug. You just don't even know.
Guys, this box has a question. Hold on.
Go ahead.
The box has a cold.
The box is a bit nervous,
Okay, well, first of all, I accidentally missed the time to get all of the stuff signed for all the Loud and Sweet stuff signed, and I didn't know, I didn't see on the schedule if there was another signing.
Yeah, we do. We sign tomorrow. Gosh, I don't know what time. It's around noonish. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock tomorrow we sign, and
I will tell you just in general, when you want to know what we specifically have on schedule, the last person you should ask
Is
is
us.
us. We don't actually know.
But yes, absolutely, we do sign on Sunday. I know that much.
And my official question is, about the
Your voice sounds really
It
smoky.
sounds great. Can you slow down your question?
Really cool.
Can you take more time?
You gotta stick with this voice.
About the release date of your newest album, No Time Like the Present. So you said it was going to be, I think it was going to be released January 1st. And then you kept posting days, you know, with like Misha and 3 days till New Swain and all that.
Yeah.
I was like ready for that. I was
You know it's out, right?
I was prepared for it coming on the 21st.
Okay.
And then it was like the 19th, my mom turns to me and she's like, oh, that album you pre-ordered came out. And I was like, no, that's coming in 2 days. And like, I'm not mad at it, definitely not. I'm just wondering if I love the album. It's just, I was wondering if there was any sort of story behind it because it was supposed to come later.
No, I don't.
I will say, Robbie, may I take this one? Sure. A lot of times we get asked, what's the weirdest question you've ever been asked in a band? A lot of times I can't remember, I can't think of it, nothing comes to mind. Now I know the strangest question you've ever been asked in a band. Hey, you know that album I like that you already released that I have and I enjoy? You changed the move date a while ago. What gives?
And what makes it even more unique is that it was coming from a box.
Yes. And what also is unique is everybody behind her sat down because that was all their question. They all had the same. That's just good old-fashioned questioning right there, Robbie.
I'm going to go ahead and attempt to answer the question because I love you and I love the whole thing. Now that I can see you, this is awesome. I really have no idea. I much like asking us when our photo ops are. I don't know band schedule. Norton does all that. So all I know is it came out in January. I know this one is when I pre-order albums. You kind of get the pre-order a couple of days before the release date. So maybe that's what happened. That's a guess. But that's all I got.
I think that really to sum this up, Steve Norton is a jerk. Thank you for your question.
Hashtag blame Norton.
Hashtag blame Norton. All right, you.
Okay, so my question is for Rob, and I wanted to ask, so what was your initial reaction and emotions when you found out that you'd get to be a kind of representation in media for the bisexual community, which really doesn't get much representation?
I mean that whole experience of coming back to the show was amazing. Robbie Thompson wrote an amazing script that had me back for the first time, and when I read that, I was just overjoyed. They couldn't pick a better actor to play that because I'm so supportive. What? I'm supportive of that community. You don't know me. No, I'm really so supportive of that community, and so I just was so overjoyed. I just thought it was so cool, and God saying I've had some boyfriends, I've had some girlfriends. I was yeah, damn right he did.
I say, as a fan of the show and a friend of Rob's, it was great to watch that. He told me about it. He was very excited that Supernatural was tackling that issue. And you did a great job with it. And I think it's really cool that Supernatural takes those risks, that has those characters and has those moments on. I think it's awesome. And, tip of the cap to the show and to Robbie Thompson and to Rob for doing that kind of thing where other TV shows would shy away. Supernatural does not. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, job.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Thank you for the question. I think you're gone. Okay. You.
Hello. Okay, I was wondering why y'all think everyone became so attached to Gabe's character.
Oh. Tigerman? Gabe Tigerman's character?
No.
Gabriel?
Gabriel.
Oh, me. Oh,
I didn't know you were on a nickname.
I like Gabriel Tigerman's a delightful guy.
You know that the actor who played Gabriel is right here.
Okay. I feel like this is one of those questions that why people got attached to my character. Definitely best answered by Robbie. Rob?
I know him best as the trickster. Not only is it a fun character, people like the way he messed with the boys, but then this got on and they revealed he was the Archangel Gabriel. You were oh wow, there's some meat here. You know what I mean? It's not all just fat on the top. There's some meat underneath it all.
Are you making a Moose Knuckle joke?
No.
It seems inappropriate. Given the topic.
And more than any of that, it's Richard Spade Jr., who just has a way. I always say, Collins, Spade in 2020, they could run for office and for sure win.
Make sure you fill their name in the ballot.
Yeah,
we have those blank
be
spaces.
careful what you wish for.
Yeah, totally.
Here's my question. Thank you for the question. And why do you think people are like that character? Yeah, not so easy, is it, huh?
I mean, I liked him because
Get that microphone all up in her face there, kid. There you go.
of the effect he had on Sam and Dean. I felt like it was just big for the season it was in.
I think they gave the character some really interesting stuff to do, for sure. It was a very well crafted character in terms of, at first it was just a prankster and then became a very emotionally involved character who was fighting on the side of the boys and had to pick between heaven and mortals. And I thought it was a cool journey for him to be on. Made for interesting television. Thank you for the question.
I think it'd be funny. You're like, well, what do you think? She's like, I was never a fan.
Yeah, not a fan.
I don't know. My question's like, why are people so
Not attached. You.
Hi. First I want to say, Rich, thank you so much in the photo op room yesterday for being so nice when all of us were asking you to go jack it off.
Hey.
Well, how nice were you, Rich?
That was incredibly nice. Because I'd been in the green room earlier and had decided to go jack it off in there.
I saw it.
But then I was going to go jack it off for the photo ops, and they said, "You jack it off?" I'm like, and I just did, but okay.
It's kind of like, Rob and I right now are jacking it off together.
I jacked it off on stage.
I know, I saw that backstage. You guys were both like simultaneously going jack it off. I'm like, you gonna give brother a tip here? Like, let me know.
We thought you'd pick up on it, being that you're always going jack it off.
You missed me. I went jack it off as soon as we got on stage. It's my jacket. I went jack it off.
Oh, clean up your mess, man. For starters, how's 8th grade going? Is it going all right? How's the algebra? Secondly, you're welcome. It was my fondest pleasure. Thank you very much. You.
Hi, my question's for Rich.
All right.
As a fellow director, I'm curious, in the episode Stuck in the Middle, was the tribute to Tarantino a director's choice, or was that actually in the script that way?
So, for those who don't know, the episode that aired last week, Stuck in the Middle, was an episode that I got to direct. And the answer to your question is, the script is written by Davey Perez. He's a new writer this season, but he's fantastic. And he and Andrew Dabb, it was his idea. Andrew Dabb gave it the green light, and they definitely had some leanings to Tarantino in the script, for sure. They referenced specifically diner. It was suggested in the idea that we would do some circular shots in the diner. The whole MacGuffin idea of the glowing box from Pulp Fiction was in there. And specifically, they called out the slow motion Reservoir Dogs shot in there. So I took all that material that Davey lobbed up so well, and I'm a big Tarantino fan, so I was stoked to get the opportunity to do that. And then I kind of leaned into it and kept going down that road and picked up a really strong, when I read the script, it to me just felt like a Western. So what I didn't do like Tarantino, I did like a Western, which is what Tarantino pulls from a lot. He pulls from a lot of, sort of martial arts movies. He pulls from a lot of different genres, but very stylized genres. And so I went heavily into Sergio Leone in terms of low angles and split diopter shots. And we even got the composer, Christopher, to go along for the ride and do a score that sounded very much Ennio Morricone and keep that sort of vibe alive. And so I think it was a great mix of several different genres that all, I think, worked in concert to tell a really interesting story. And that's really a credit to Davey Perez. Obviously I had a hand in it, but it's also equally credited to Johnny Fitzpatrick, who was the editor, who did a phenomenal job cutting that show. That show is a maze. And for him to do it non-linearly like that, follow the story, when I sat down to watch his cut before he and I started editing, I was blown away. I was fired up when I shot the thing, but when I saw what he was doing with it, a man with that level of talent, he took it to the next level. And I really think that, he got into that same vibe of Tarantino and spaghetti westerns and all that energy, and I really give him a lot of credit for taking what was already a really strong episode and giving it that extra something. He did a great job. John Fitzpatrick, tweet him and tell him you love his work. Thank you very much.
Go for it.
My question has a backstory. I'm in a concert band in high school, and I have two friends that were debating whether or not organ's better than piano. And so I decided to ask all three of you, and mostly Rich and Rob as musicians, which do you prefer?
Well, I don't want to answer for Rob, but I knew though recently in the green room he decided to go jack it off and fiddle with the organ, and I thought,
he's a musician.
You know what? I'm calling a foul. I'm calling a foul. 15 yards. I don't think that's okay. I don't think. Pick up your mic. Watch out for the broken glass. It's hard to say. I don't want to offend any pianists. That's a real word. I just don't want to make fun of it. The person who plays the piano, grow up. Anyway,
What's your favorite snack on an airplane?
pretzels?
Peanuts. Everything Rob says sounds like penis.
That's not true.
It is true, say it.
Penis?
Yeah, it sounds like penis.
You just told me to say penis.
No, I said say peanuts.
Ma'am, thank you for your question. I am truly in awe of both of those instruments and anyone who knows how to play them. Personally, I like the sound of an organ with rock music, so I'm going to go with organ.
So, is it fair to say that out of the two, you're more impressed with the organ?
Yeah, with rock music. Is that dirty?
So when listening to rock music, you crave organ?
Yeah, I really just sit down. I like to fiddle with my organ. That's the thing. You can't help but do it. And that's why he will eventually get me arrested.
Oh, kid, I didn't need to be there in England for you to get arrested. You did that all by yourself.
I was detained. You don't know you weren't there.
We all know what we think it was.
And it wasn't.
We know what we think it was.
Richard, this is what's happening. You're all witnesses.
Nope.
Long story, very short. Billy and I were detained in England because we didn't have work permits and we were playing a rock show that night. They kept us in kind of a cell for 24 hours. It blew. It sucked. And then then they walked us to the plane and we flew home. Everyone I heard online assumed it was drugs. That's a really good assumption because we're coming from Amsterdam, but there were no drugs. It was a work permit thing because I like to party, but I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? And so Richard is masterminding this lie that he wants you to believe that it was drugs. Now he will say, after this, he's going to say, because it was drugs. I want you to know there were no drugs. I would say that, I say that as God, as I am my witness.
Okay, Robbie, you make a valid point, but I just want to say this. I didn't bring up drugs. I'm as shocked as they are to hear that that might have been what you assumed I would say.
It was drugs.
Richard just goes, see, Mark gets it.
Mark gets it. He gets it. Look, I'm not saying it's drugs. I don't know what it was. I wasn't there. I guess we'll just have to not know.
How about you ask the guy that was there? You make me so angry.
Do you need a couple of pills coming in?
Take your jacket off, play organ for a bit. Relax into it, Robbie.
My head just explodes.
He's a liar. You have to deal with it. It's okay. Let's do some drops and bring it down.
Hi guys. First I want to say you guys are hilarious, and Rob, I believe you.
Thank you.
And my question is, if you guys could switch parts to anyone who's currently on stage, you three, who would it be, and what would you do with that part?
Wait, what?
If you could switch parts.
Yes. Yeah.
Like parts.
Well, I mean, if I could switch parts with Rob, what would I do with this part?
I'd like to handle Matt's part.
I think that part.
If I could really just take his part in my hands,
I would grab that part with both hands and just, I don't know.
make it my own.
I'd be craving some organ. I'll tell you that right then.
I didn't mean that in rolls, I'm sorry.
It's too late. That ship has sailed. You made it dirty. It remains dirty. We don't want to cradle Matt's chunk. Thank you for your question. Yeah.
Don't cheer for that shit.
They're not cheering because we want to cradle your junk. They're cheering because they want to cradle your junk. They are just a conduit through which they might get a chance to lovingly like Cradle Your Jump.
Right. Or play your part.
I've
Fill with your organ.
never in my life wanted to wear baggier jeans than this one.
Oh, we can see it no matter what. Question.
First, I want to say I love you all. And
Hold on, for a second. I just want you to know, I know we're trying to be funny, but I was, you know what I was going to say? I was going to say, I would switch parts 50% with Rich and 50% with Rob. So I could tell you witty, unpredictable, humorous jokes, and then I could get up here and serenade you with the voice of a fucking angel.
Not bad. And I'll tell you something. We would be the audience listening to that Cradle on our Matt Cohen jump.
I was going to say, like, lucky us, he wants to play both of our
He wants to
parts.
play with our simultaneously.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for the question. It's all in love, Matt. Don't be angry. It's all good. Thank you.
First, I want to say I love you all and thank you for making my first con so great so far.
Thank you.
And my question is, have any of you been pranked while on set by any of the cast members? And what was the prank you have?
Pranked. No, I can't speak for these guys, but I know there's a sort of a mythology that it's prank central over there. I have not been pranked by the fellas, so I'm going to say no. I defer to you, Rob.
Well, I wasn't pranked, but they're jokesters on the set. And Jared is outwardly a jokester. He'll do things like, burp during your take or play footsie with me under the table as I was really trying to lay it down as God, and he's playing footsie with me under the table, like that kind of thing. But Jensen is sneaky. Jensen will he plays the innocent oh, I got your back, Robbie. And then, but no, he doesn't. He's making faces while I'm looking at Jared, he's making faces at Jared, and then I turn to him and say, so that kind of thing. It's just joking, that kind of fun joke. Matt, pranks?
I got nothing. Rich, pranks.
Robbie, it's all you.
Killed it, crushed it.
Hold on. Thank you.
What's the craziest thing that's happened to you either on set or during one of the conventions?
Craziest things that happened on set or at a convention? Craziest thing. Well, the craziest thing, and we joke about it now, but the craziest thing that ever happened was Rob had a stroke.
That was pretty crazy.
At a convention.
That was absolutely nuts.
We didn't see that one coming.
Nope.
So that counts as crazy.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would happen at a convention. That's weird.
Yeah.
What other fun, crazy thing?
And then one time I got the salmon and it was chicken. Everybody going, what?
You know what? The truth is, each and every one is in its own unique way pretty crazy. We have such a great time together, and there's always a joke or two that's told that we just tell all weekend.
Okay, I got a moment, we all have moments. I don't know if it's the craziest thing, but one of the things more recently that we've done that I thought was exceptionally fun and unique was last convention, which was in Las Vegas, Nevada, Saturday Night Special. Jensen came out and did a song.
Right. Yeah.
And it was a beautiful song. And as he was leaving, Billy Moran turned to him and goes, "Whipping post?" And Ackles goes, "Now?" And he looked at Rob, I looked at me, and we go, "Shit, yeah." And we improvised a version of Whipping Post by the Allman Brothers that we had rehearsed. And things like that, because what we do on stage here is really tantamount to performing. We're goofing around, we're enjoying each other's company, but it's improv, it's rock and roll, it's a combination of both. And sometimes things happen, whether it's a morning monologue that Robbie and I riff on, or something like that is so loose and unplanned and unique that I come off feeling like it was a bit of a high in terms of performance. And those things really sort of fuel my fire and my love of this convention circuit.
You can, by the way, see that exchange online. You can see Jensen say to Billy, "Ow." And then he whispers to me, and I look to Rich, and I'm like, "Whippy post?" And Rich is like, "Shit, yeah!" Rich is down like this. I'll never forget. He's like, "Shit, yeah!" He's super excited about it. I was like, "All right, we're doing it." And Jensen's so funny. He's like, "Oh, God, all right." Richard.
Yeah, and then it started. That was great. Great moment. Thank you for your question.
If y'all could be casted as any Disney character, who would y'all like to be casted as?
Disney character, Rich.
Sebastian the Crab. She reaches over his green. Yeah. somebody has a leak. The team about to go in there, but that is the big mistake. Look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Some wonderful things are around you. What more are you looking for? Under the sea.
You're harmonizing there. That was great.
Did I?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I did an actual note.
He's all grown up.
There you go. Well, to stick with the theme, I'd go for Prince Eric, right?
The character came to mind for me, thought it's going to be Off the Reservation. It's not that movie. You want that movie?
No, do your own thing.
I was going to say Olaf.
Oh, yeah. So good.
I love Olaf.
Yeah, he loves Olaf.
Bees go buzz, kids will blow dandelion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer. And I love that Olaf.
Yeah,
That's it?
That's good. He's a good snowman, man.
And who else do you like from that movie?
I love that whole like da 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 da. Going by in the mountains, I'm too busy. Kingdom of isolation. It looks like I'm a queen. The wind is howling and it's whirling something. You know the blah blah blah. Keep it on that side. I love that movie. Good movie. I love me some cartoons, Bubba.
Yeah, I know you do, Richie.
We didn't even get to the let it go part.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Let me tell you something. I'm not going to insult the beautiful voices. Adina Menzel, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to insult her by trying to even come close to hitting that note.
But I mean, truth, that's the part that everyone remembers in that song. So to go like, and then the verse that nobody remembers.
You know the song. Anybody here see Frozen? See a little got a couple of hits on the old piece back there, Bobby?
No, we didn't! Yes, ma'am. You had a question.
Oh, you turned to make it classy. Yes, young lady, may I help you? All right. You, whoever you are, go.
I'm gonna go back to the arguing thing. When you guys argue, what do you do to get over it? Do you like fight it out?
I like to jack it off.
Robbie likes to do drugs and travel across international borders. And I just sing it out. Let it go, let it go. You're being a real big turn. Let it go.
Hey, maybe you're right not to sing the chorus.
Let it go.
That's all.
That's it. Try
yeah.
Thank you for your question.
Yeah.
You.
My question's for Rob and Rich.
Baba?
I recently was able to see Bad Bad Men, which both of you were in. And I was wondering, what was it like working on it? And was it coincidence that you guys were both cast in the movie, or?
No, we did,
Oxford Film Festival.
Oxford Film Festival in Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah, the filmmaker, Alan Gardner. Oxford, Mississippi, great town. Robbie and I, Rob, the sidekick, was screening at Oxford Film Festival, and I went down with you and was a judge for a different panel.
He was invited back because your movie...
America 101 had screened there the year before. And Alan Gardner was a young filmmaker who had a film in the festival.
And we enjoyed.
That was great. Very funny stuff and heartfelt and everything else. So he's a Memphis-based filmmaker. Lives in Memphis, Tennessee, makes movies there. And said, listen guys, I got this movie. It's a small indie, but I'd love to have you guys involved. And we had a lot of respect for him and the previous work he had done. Knew one of the other actors from that movie because he was hanging out with us and was a good dude. And the roles were super funny. It was a funny script.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a coincidence. It was planned.
So Ants is supposed to be in it, but ironically not together or there at the same time. So we went to Memphis at different times.
Yeah, that's a funny movie. If you get a chance, check out Bad Bad Man. I think it's on iTunes and Amazon, and everything now. It's a very, very funny film. You liked it? Good. Very cool. Thank you.
Hello, boys.
Hello.
My question is for Matt and Rob. Matt, what was it like working with your wife again on Kings of Con? And Rob, what was it like working so closely with Mandy?
Let me let you take this one.
No, go ahead, Rob. You start it off. Those of you who don't know, is everybody in this room familiar with Kings of Con? If you're not cheering, go to comic-conhq.com and download it because it's absolutely brilliant stuff. And I was lucky enough to be cast on the show as an elevated asshole, and my wife played a role. Go ahead, Rob, you can start, take it over from here.
She played a really lovely, attractive lady that my character meets at a bar.
Well, you do more than meet her at a bar, Bobo.
We dance.
You dance, but you know.
Play one little kiss. One little kiss.
You kissed Matt's wife on film.
How many takes, Rob?
As many as we needed.
No, that's weird because, wait a minute, I was directing that scene.
And the thing is, I was in the scene, I only needed one take, that's all I needed.
I thought Mark Evans and EP just killed it in the first take. We were
I
good.
thought so too, you really nailed it. What was it about you that needed 8 takes?
I just didn't feel that there was I could have done it better. Not the kiss, but the scene. And the kiss was just an innocent bystander to the scene. You know
the weird thing is, I remember we started.
There was nothing innocent about that kiss, Rob.
We started
I was servicing the script.
You were servicing something.
I was servicing.
You were servicing something. There were a couple of moments, Matt, when we were starting the next scene, and Rob said, "I need to ramp into this. I'm going to start with the kiss, and then go into the next scene." I'm like, "Rob, we're in a different room. This has nothing to do with that moment." He's like, "Help a brother out. I gotta
bring Mandy back to
I gotta get this space." Yeah, it was awkward.
How many, for the sake of making somewhat of an answer to your question, how many men can say their wife was kissed by God?
You know, I feel like since Mandy gets to kiss Rob,
You're not allowed to agree, Rob.
I don't agree.
Just keep laying it down.
Mandy kissing you, and Mandy kissing you. That woman's kissing 2 gods. She's a lucky kid.
Rich.
I'm next. All right, last question. You.
I have a question for you. Well, my name is Mary Lou, and I'm from south of the Mason-Dixie line. And I recently read an interview that the 3 of you boys did in Entertainment Weekly.
Okay.
And I know I get that sometimes people say my accent's a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
But I read this interview in Entertainment Weekly, and in it you said you were asked specifically who one of the most inspirational men you knew was, and you all independently arrived at the same answer. You all said that Misha Collins was a great source of inspiration. Don't cut me off. Great source of inspiration to you, and you all said that you had posters of him in a shrine, and quotes that he had said, and stuff like that you kept on your dresser at home. And one of you, and I'm not going to say which because it's kind of embarrassing, one of you admitted that sometimes you call your wife Misha in bed.
Well, listen there, sweetheart.
And I was just wondering, don't cut me off, please. If you could just extrapolate a little bit on that.
Right.
Out of curiosity, what part of Southern Russia are you from?
Very unique accent.
I would like to.
Yeah. It was all about how Rob calls his wife Misha Collins in bed.
But unfortunately, we don't have time to answer it, so.
Well, listen, I don't want you to ruin the surprise of who the next guest is yet. So if you go hide behind the dead trees, they'd like to be surprised. So, all right.
Listen, lady, Entertainment Weekly is fake news.
Here we go. We're saying goodbye. That's Matthew Cohen. That's Rob Benedict. I'm Richard Spade. Thank you very much, everybody.